Hey everybody, welcome to Buzzworthy Business, brought to you by Seaside Bank and Trust. I'm your host, Jesse Stakes, and today I have Dr. Nejmeh. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
So Nio Consulting Group is your company, and you guys are coming to the United States. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, we're super excited. We finally made, a huge expansion move. Our campaign is very successful in getting into the U.S., not just in Florida, across the U.S. And we're excited to now offer services on both sides of the border.
So you guys came from Canada, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
Well, we're glad that you chose Jacksonville for your hub.
Yes, I heard a lot about its unique communities, and the healthcare environment is really strong here, and I wanted to be part of it.
So what does Nio Consulting Group do?
Nio Consulting offers a plethora of services to healthcare professionals, to clinic owners, to doctors, to hospitals, any type of healthcare organization that is dealing with certain challenges that are usually unique to healthcare companies. So we try to identify those challenges, and we have many experts in our company that would basically offer proposals and plans that are, executionable, and we monitor that journey, and it leads sometimes from bankruptcy to profitability.
So it kind of allows that doctor to be a doctor and not to have to focus so much on being a business owner.
Absolutely. In medical school, they don't teach us anything about business.
Yes.
They just say, this is what you do and this is your focus. It's the patient. And that's why I chose that niche, because when I started, with my own clinics, I found that I was very oblivion to the business world. And sometimes, we should put the priority on, what we're doing for the patient, their well-being. But at the end of the day, if we're not, profitable, we're going to close down. So I started thinking about how I could help my colleagues, in Canada. I tried this worked, this did not work. This will keep your patients, safe and still keep you, out of the black, or in a deficit.
Sure.
And so I came up with many different approaches, and then I thought, why not offer it formally to business owners and doctors, practitioners.
I got to imagine it's very rewarding. You're almost being a doctor to your doctors.
It's very rewarding because it helps the patient too. When a patient comes to a facility that is well run, that is efficient, they're not seeing different nurses, come and go. Retention issues are huge for doctors, and retraining and all of that. And also, if a doctor does not have what that patient needs in terms of a seamless referral system or nutraceuticals or pharmaceuticals. We actually even got into building out virtual pharmacies for our doctors, so that everything is almost like a one-stop shop where the patient gets everything delivered to their home, and the doctor could just focus on being there for the patient and dealing with their issues at hand. It's not about where they need to refer them out. So it's been working out and giving the community a lot of excitement, because we need our doctors to be less stressed.
Sure.
and fruitful in their businesses, hospitals, clinics, therapists. I'm not talking just about one category of healthcare professional.
Well, and a lot of our healthcare professionals, really, a doctor, especially someone who's been in practice for quite some time, a lot of them they end up joining these groups like Baptist, or they end up joining Ascension Health, or some of these other larger businesses that offer them kind of that that insulation from the business side, but they're having to give up their own practice to do so. This allows them to stay in their practice, to continue owning their business, and just have support from Nio Consulting, correct?
Oh, absolutely. We go in as a temporary, fix initially.
Education for
absolutely,
really.
And then there are ongoing programs that we come in every quarter to see how things have changed. Are there any new innovations we could bring in? Are there any new deficiencies that the clinic is facing? It's ongoing, and what I love about it is that the doctor initially just engages with us for a brief, period of time, but then we look at the whole organization, the team, the talent pool, and then we take it off of his or her shoulders.
Right.
It's an amazing experience for everyone who's involved, and it gives security even to the people who work at those smaller or medium-sized healthcare facilities.
So you yourself are a doctor of integrative medicine, correct?
Correct.
And I've found that always doctors like to do business with doctors. So I'm sure that helps as far as gaining their trust and actually having them listen to what you have to say as far as for Nio Consulting, correct?
That is true. Having been in their shoes, having had the same journeys and a lot of times the same issues, I can totally identify with their pain points.
Yes.
So when I come in and I say, oh, I know how that used to be for me or in my clinics, then they do understand that this is not just an outsider coming into their space, their domain, and saying, you should do this and that. Because I do have to keep in mind all of the regulations and the HIPAA compliance and all of that stuff. So they know that my approach is completely relevant.
Absolutely. It's medically sound.
Absolutely. So I practiced for many, many years. And then when I decided to get into the business side of medicine, I felt that it was just as rewarding because I'm still helping patients indirectly.
No doubt.
And my colleagues, to help make their practices run smoothly and be profitable, and also offer unique services that they may not be even thinking about, such as educational webinars, virtual visits,
Sure.
and all of the other innovations that we can bring in to them.
So if our audience wants to learn more about Dr. Nina and also Nio Consulting Group, where can they find you guys?
Oh, I would love to hear from them, and they can check us out on the website. It's drninagroup.com. There's no dot, just drninagroup.com, and we could do whatever it takes to help them plan for a post-COVID recovery or whatever they're challenged with at the moment.
Very good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
If you guys would like to learn more about us over here at Buzz TV, or if you'd like to learn more about Nio Consulting Group, you can join us at jacksonvillebuzz.com. I'm your host, Jesse Stakes, and we'll catch you guys next time.